Today marks an important milestone in your journey towards becoming part of our STEAM teaching force. Our greetings to our Schools Division Superintendent, Maggie G. Veloso, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Eugene I. Macayes Jr., our CID Chief, Sir Francis J. Bua, our SGOD Chief, Ma'am Perlita L. Guadalupe, our Admin Officer 5, Sir Louis B. Luferos, and Admin Officer 4 for Personnel, Ma'am Darlene Grace Armito. We all know that being a teacher is more than just a profession. It is a calling, a commitment, and a lifelong journey of shaping young minds and making a difference in the lives of learners. We are honored to have with us today our esteemed leaders who will provide you with valuable insights to help you navigate this process with clarity and confidence. With that, let us officially begin our program. And once again, welcome, and we hope you find today's session enlightening and meaningful. Before we proceed with the main part of this orientation program, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge all the individuals who are joining us today. Your participation is a significant step toward becoming part of a vibrant community of educators. I'd like to ask all of our Teacher 1 applicants to please stand as I call out the level of education you are applying. Let's begin with the elementary level applicants. Thank you, ma'am, sir. How about the junior high school level applicants? Thank you. And also our senior high school level applicants. Thank you, ma'am, sir. How about a big round of applause to us all, everyone? This orientation serves as your guide in understanding the selection process, requirements, and expectations as you pursue the noble profession of teaching in our division. To officially welcome us and set the tone for today's event, let us all give a warm round of applause to our Admin Officer 5, Sir Louis B. Luferos. A round of applause.
My respect to our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Eugene Macayes Jr., our Safety Chief, and our AO4 for Personnel. And to our dear applicants, good afternoon. Kumusta mo na? Okay lang? According to Mahatma Gandhi, the future depends on what you do today. This afternoon, we'll be beginning with an orientation for you to get to know sa inyong anay kumangkong, sa inyong pag-aakilan, no? When you are applying for the Teacher 1 position. So I hope everyone will listen to our speakers and please be guided, no? Sa ilang mga instructions na ilang isulti karon and para dili mo maglibog or kaya makadibula ang mga documents, you will ask them kung sa'y anay buhaton, kung sa mga documents ang submit, and they are more than willing to assist you in answering your questions, your dealings. And since na-moderate, it shows your commitment and your dedication also in the field of teaching, because this is your first step to become a great educator in the future. And thank you for choosing the DepEd Schools Division of Arcata City as one of your choice, no? Kung asa mo gusto ma-assign and to be part of. And kinsa yung mga first timer diri? Okay, thank you. Kinsa ba itong nag-apply na more than twice? Welcome back. Sige na. it's not yet the end of the world. Kung naamo din ibalik mo, it goes to show also your commitment. And thank you. Naragyan ko din. And please don't stop improving yourself. Regardless of kapila mo na-apply, don't stop improving. Don't stop developing your skills for in the near future. You will get the scores that you deserve. Perhaps at the top, at least, of the argument. So, again, welcome everyone. I hope you have an open mind to understand the different processes our schools division is implementing. Thank you, and once again,
Thank you so much, sir. As we embark on this orientation, we are honored to hear from a key leader whose commitment to education and teacher development has been instrumental in our division's progress. To share his message with us, let us warmly welcome our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Eugene I. Macays Jr. A round of applause.
According to the song, ingon, ang umayaw ay hindi magwawagi at ang nagwawagi ay hindi umaayaw. My afternoon greetings ato ang si Chief Francis, ato ang EO, Attorney Lowe, isa rin po Darilin, ato ang support staff. To all of you teacher applicants, maayong hapon. I am very happy to see you sa taas ang inyong mga kamot. Who among you here are second or many times na apply. I appreciate your not being a quitter. Because as I mentioned earlier, itong kanta, di yun mo daw ang mong-quit. No? So, congratulations for not quitting. The reason why we are here is for us to have a common understanding of the guidelines as far as selection process is concerned. Pwede man po download o guidelines from the Department of Education website, no? As your guide. And then, there are things na sa ato-ato lang. Like for example, atong mga schedule, no? So that is the reason why importante yun na we have this meeting. So, we are thankful and happy to see you that naagin mo nag-attend. This is a sign na isa lugin mo kanang mag-apply. No? Unang lagi, kanang dili kita mo ng paglabo. Although, some of you, kapila na balik-balik, kukuhan, mag-apply, pero walang yung dihapon sa autor na po na kuhan, kanang ranking, nahanap ko mga kanang bagpagin kayo na nag-apply, sa pawan ko ka. Lagi na, no? At least you realize that in all the things that we do, dapat atuan yung palimutan mo, bumasan na ito ang pinaka-the best na ito. Eh, kantong mga wala yung nagtarong ng eskwela, kontento na sa grado nga, anang ito na makapasar. Sana, we realize now, na-realize na, hindi ay basta-basta na okay lang na hindi ko rin makapasar. Pwede pagpunta na dako na ito ng grado kung nagtarong lang, kung naningkamot lang. Because in the actual karon sa pagpang-apply na, lamang yun ang itong dagpong grado. No? Dili man ma-ingon na ito mag-umukay. Ano yung mga right naningkamot ng yun. Tuon, seryoso. Seryoso sa pag-eskwela. Dako kayo ang chance na nang magdalgo ang grado. Kapag pag-apply sa trabaho, dako kayo ang chance na pagkuha. Well, anyway, nauman naman ang inyong pag-eskwela. What is important is may academic karon. No? So, again, congratulations. Wala din mo nag-wait. I hope na with the discussions that we will be having, malamdagan ang inyong mga nagkalibog ka, mga no? Ang inyong mga kabalaka, uy, kung sa kayo, kaning mahitabo, ani, you are still uncertain. But with the discussions that we will be having, I hope na maklaro. Kabalo ko na, yung medyo maulawot yung uban sa inyo, pero karon dapat wala kayong diya. What I mean is, hindi mo maulaw mga kana. No? Kung naaman mo yung kalibog, kung naaman mo yung mga nasa inyong mauna na hindi klaro, this is the time that you raise that question. So that question will be answered when the person, the right person, kung naamin niya na ito ang kuhan, ang atong mga right person na muluwag na inyong mga pagkakana as far as the activity of the having and selection recruitment sa inyong pag-apply sa teacher position is concerned. So with this, thank you once again for coming and once again, you know,
Thank you so much, sir. Every successful teacher begins with the strong guidance and leadership of those who shape the education system. And okay, so we're still waiting with Bob Jean because he's arriving naman. Again, reminding everyone for the attendance. Ito nang i-disseminate sa inyuha. So there's no need for you to go over there at the back to fill out your attendance. And for those who came late, na tayo mga designated like the elementary, junior high, and senior high. So I'd like to acknowledge the arrival of our Schools Division Superintendent of G.G. Veloso. Good afternoon. Like I said, every successful teacher begins with a strong guidance and leadership from those who shape the education system. Today, we are also privileged to hear from a leader whose dedication to excellence continues to elevate our schools and educators. It is a great honor that we welcome our esteemed Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Jean G. Veloso, to share her message. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. Kumusta man mo? Kinsa din din ang nag-apply more than 2 years na. Taas naman. Kinsa din ang karoon lang nag-apply. Basta na ang karoon lang nag-apply. guidelines that govern appointment for teacher applicants. One of which is the localization policy. Okay, so we should know nga mas priority ang taga-orketa. But it doesn't mean na walay chance ang dili taga-orketa. Kaya na din na appoint na dili taga-orketa kung ang case ingon ani wala na'y qualified na taga-orketa. And ang nabilin sa RQA, walay trust and confidence ang PSD o ang appointing officer. Okay, nanalan siya ng case. So I hope I have made that clear. So I'd also like to thank you, honestly, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us, for giving your intent to be part of the teachers who are taking good care of our learners, our Oroketa treasures. You will soon undergo a selection process in which we are strictly following the guidelines in that selection, and rest assured that on the process, transparency, fairness, honesty, and integrity are being upheld. There is never an item for sale in Oroketa City. There is no item na kabayungan o kapaw, kabayungan o baka, kadlig, wala na dinhi sa Oroketa City. Kung mangutana mo sana nga ako ay nato, mutubag na sila ninyo. Kaya isa ligit ang gusto is a form of gratitude whenever you will be hired. You will do your job well. You will take good care of our learners. You will nurture them to become the best versions of themselves. I do not like to hear applicants that upon the interview say, nag-apply ko, kailangan ko kwarta para sa akong pamilya. Dili ko na mo hire ang anak applicant. Kaya kung kwarta lang ang motivation para gusto mong masulod sa DepEd, di ko muna mutay. Kaya gamay na ang sulit sa picture sa Philippines. I want you to have the motivation na mag-apply mo because you want to be part of the teaching force of Oroketa, to take good care of our learners, to nurture our learners, to be part of building better communities in Oroketa by being good teachers and by modeling among our learners what is it to be a good citizen. So kana siya nga mga tubag ang gusto. Dili ng tubag na maghilang dahil in-interview kay ikaw na pinaipamita sa ang pamilya dahil kay kung anak, kung ako anak, nanganak ng food. Dahil, oras hindi ako mag-asa na makasunod para mabuhi ni. Dili na siya ma-always na ang gusto madungog when you apply. Ang gusto madungog is what do you have? What is in you that you can share to our learners, not a material thing, hindi material thing. Unsa ka nga pagkatao, unsa ka nga pagka-maestro, ma-share nimo sa itong mga bata. Mahimo silang maayo ng mga orketanon, mga maayo ng isa mismo. Kana ang gusto na mo mag-apply. Okay. Like, ma'am, dako na kayo itong edad, lalo ito, ka na po, ma'am, at imanan ako, nadili ka na po sa na, duday ka na, apply. O so, yung na ha, maglaro na lang ka. Ma'am, ako rin yung breadwinner sa family, kamong tanan na apply. Kaya gusto, kung paano mo din ang compensation, kung paano mo din ang matabangan ka kaya natay income. But that must not be the motivation. Kaya kung maunay motivation, dahil nakadulog din mo, na-qualified na mo abroad, ako sila dito, diyaan na dahil ninyo. So the motivation is your commitment and your compassion. Dedication. Naninaw ang mga PSG. Hindi pa ko maka-appeal sa ranking and the appointing officers, hindi ko pwede mag-join sa ranking. Sir Eugene is chairman of the PSG overall chair, and then naalan ang mga sub-committees, sina Chief Francis, mga supervisors, which are in modality, and the secretariat around to help them. So I hope that I will receive the best RQA this year through the PSP. And I hope nga sure na mo mag-apply sa Oroketa, kaya dili isa yun ang magtudlok. Dili isa yun ang mag-maestra o maestro. Pero ikalipay na mo nga nagsabit mo intent na gusto mo mag-apply sa Oroketa City. I hope and I pray na daghan pang vacant items this year so that we can appoint kung pwede pa lang kabuntanan. Pero marami posible na siya na mahitabo. So we can appoint many of you. So good luck and God bless you. And may your journey in applying to be part of the Oroqueta City be a very meaningful one. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am G. One of the key aspects of this orientation is ensuring that everyone is well informed about the policies and guidelines that govern the selection process. To help us understand the latest updates, including the provisions of Method Order Number 7, Series of 2023, which provides crucial details for the hiring process, we are privileged to have with us our Admin Officer 4, Okay, so before we'll have the orientation on the Method Order Number 7, let's have first the discussion of the classroom observation and the lesson planning to be given to us by our CIE Chief, Sir Francis J. Bua. A round of applause, please.
I respect our Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Jean, our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Sir Eugene, our guiding light from the personal section of the relay and her team. Mayong hapon sa tanan. It is always nice to discuss something good with the future teachers here in the province of Misamis Occidental. Because I believe that applies at mo sa layo ng division. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Mas sabihin mga yung si Sir Eugene o si Ma'am Jean kaganina minsan ito nag-attend na more than once so layo pila. Akong bignan si Magdalene, isa may suki din na kada orientation na so hopefully this will be the last orientation you'll be attending. Lipay ko kay nakoy mga faces na familiar. Mga classmates na ko, mga friends, kinakusgan ako na amiga sa Holy Rosary na din. Mas nindot kay mag-uban na. Pero di ako kasadyan ng katulang biyaan magana. In the criteria as stipulated in Department Order Number 7, Series 2023, 35% of the total score would be from the classroom demonstration. And when we talk about classroom demonstration, kung siya ang pinakanindot kay mo man ang ato ang ipangandaman for the past 4 years. We spent time, we wasted our time for the past 4 years to prepare ourselves how to become effective and efficient teacher. So this time, we will prove that as we receive the diploma and as we receive the passing score of the board exam, DepEd will observe na kayo ay mga hiyang na guro para sa ating mga mag-aaral. So the 35 points will be written by considering indicators. In the Department of Education, we have standards to follow. I don't know if you are familiar still with the so-called PPEC, the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. Buti pa sabot that the teachers in the Department of Education, I am talking about the public schools, are being governed with parameters.
we are giving, the management will give assistance, technical assistance, on how teachers improve their expertise, their skills in the teaching learning process. We call this one standards in teaching. Who set the standards? The standards are set both by the department and by the civil service. Because professionals like you, if you will be attached to a government agency like the Department of Education, we are monitored and quality assured by the civil service. So in line with this, when you will conduct the classroom demonstration, you will be observed considering the standards. The standards are set in 7 domains. There are 7 domains, there are 37 standards. So, sa mga France, obserbahan niyo sa 37 standards? No. You will only be observed in 5 standards. So, manaog ko para maklaro na po inyong lipstick. Kaya hindi kayo maklaro dito sa stage. Mabasa ba? Dili, no? But anyway, I will be reading that later on. So the moment a group of school heads observing you very soon, these 5 indicators are the basis of the observation. More or less, the parameters or the indicators can be summed up into 3 things. So, mali itong timatnan kung obserbahan ka. Isa kayo mag-decide magdalhin sa ilang dito, no? Si Weekend, no? Okay. So, this morning, we met the members of the subcommittee per school. Kung asa mo mag-demonstrate, asa i-evaluate first ang inyong documents. So, the committee will provide you the learning competencies. We're familiar about learning competencies because we are now in the K-12 basic education program under the Public Act number 10/1983. Nagtong nakuman sa kurso, baguhan lang nakapasa, pero under the old curriculum, where we call our targets before as objectives. But today, we're calling the objectives as learning competencies. So you will be provided with learning competencies. But nakapasa ka sa board, so nothing to worry. Hindi man ang elementary, no? BSED graduate ko, pero sa mundo ko sa mga elementary. Kaya kita, 1 year na ako master. Ako social studies. Ano siguro English, math, and so on and so forth. Pero hindi sila. Nawa lang mga dalawa. All learning areas. Kung nasa mundo kayo ko, mag-Wilma, o kinintanan na namin si Grace, and so on and so forth. But, you will not be teaching all learning areas. You will only prepare one lesson plan and or based on one learning competency. Same with the secondary. So you will be provided. And when you will be provided, you will be given enough time to write. And that, the output of the write-up would be the basis and be used during the classroom demonstration. I was saying 5 indicators. I will be explaining each of the indicator later on, so that you will understand, and in the preparation, you will ensure that the 5 indicators will be observed by the observers, so that you will get the highest score of, ilan ito? 35. Of 35. Kaya kung magkabigil-bigil, at least 34. Di ka ang ambisyon kung ang nakuha 20. It's aim high. However, I told you that the 5 indicators can be summed up into 3 things. Remember this when you teach. 1, you should be an expert of the content of the learning competency. Show to the class and show to the observers that you master your topic, the content. Say for example, if the content is to dance Karimusa, be sure that you are expert on the content Karimusa. And together with that, you need to perform the skill in the learning competency. In the learning competency to dance Karimusa, dance is the skill. In other words, since that is your learning competency, you are expected to dance Karimusa. If the learning competency is to write a sentence, be ensure that you have the mastery of what a sentence is. That it is not only a word, but a group of words that express or expresses the complete thought. Na meron pa lang dalawang bahagi ang isang kamusa, simuno at panagunin. The content. And since the skill is right, be sure that you will present to your students on how to write a sentence. That's the first thing. Need to perform the competency, need to perform the skill, and be expert on the content. Topic of the learning competency. Second, be sure that the teaching technique, strategy that you'll be using is appropriate to the kind of learners who will participate in the teaching learning process. Because there are teaching techniques not so important, not appropriate. Well, one of the best techniques is the explicit instruction, where teachers will model the skill stipulated in the learning competency. That's explicit instruction. You model, and then you will require the learner to perform what to perform with your assistance. And then, if he can perform now, you will require him to perform by himself until such time that you will allow him to perform related things, related activities, no longer you give him scaffolding. That's explicit. But you cannot use explicit instruction in all the time. Especially if your learners have special needs in terms of understanding and in terms of absorbing information. So let's go back to the first one. What's the first one? Be expert of the content and perform the skill. Second, be sure to use the appropriate teaching technique. The third one is the alignment of the assessment activity from the learning competency. Kanang atong mga activities assessment, kanang mga activities nato sa diagnostic, sa formative o sa summative test, dapat nakabase sa content o sa skill na tuwa sa learning competency. Dancing Karimusa, your assessment is enumerating the steps on how to dance Karimusa. Is it correct? Yes or no? I repeat, your lesson is to dance Karimusa. Your assessment activity, you require the learners to write, to enumerate the steps on how to dance Karimusa. Is the assessment activity aligned from the learning competency? Yes or no? Yes or no? Gamay ba rin kayo ang nubal? Kung saan yung nubal? The answer is no. What must be the appropriate assessment? Perform. Ano yung si perform? Learner siya? Dance. Not enumerate. If the competency is writing a paragraph or writing a sentence, the assessment activity must be identifying the subject and the predicate, link and the verb. No, it must be writing. So, ang una ninyong dinundulan when you receive the learning competency, kung sa skill ini, kaya mo niya pituhat ko, huwag mo niya pagpabuhat sa learner. Kung sa ang content ini, hindi magbasi ang ako ang skill so that learners also can perform. Katulad tulo. If you perform those, then you will be given the highest score of 6. Because the highest score in the observed classes is 6 and the lowest is 2. That's the rubrics. But the weight of that 6 in the 100% criteria is 35 points. So 6 means 35. Okay, now, I said that those three are the composite of the summary of these 5 indicators. Now, like IT applicants, teacher applicants, okay, we have madalimot. Kasi dito na rin mo karoon ng bumakas. Okay, later on I will be explaining because pag applicant ka sa IT education, lahi ang imuhang indicator 3 and 4. Kana naka-color. Okay? So, I will explain first the part indicators for the regular. So, ang indicator number 3 and 4 are different from the indicator of the regular applicant or applicants, whether he is applying in elementary, secondary, junior high school, or senior high school. So what are these 5 indicators? Number 1, apply knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. Apply knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas. First thing to understand, apply knowledge of content. Buti pa sabot, you have the mastery of the content of the learning competency. I was explaining earlier, if the competency is to dance Kalimusa, be sure to know what Kalimusa, history of Kalimusa. Why is it that it becomes our national dance? What are the steps in Kalimusa? What are the meaning of each step in the lives of the Filipino people? That is the content. Apply the content. Buti pa sabot, you need to perform the skill in the particular learning competency. What is the skill? Dance. So you should inform, show to the learners that you can dance. I was saying to the members of the committee this morning that if you observe teachers doing the skill of that particular learning competency for indicator number 1, then you give 50%. So what is the 50% of the high score? 6. 3. Asa ang 5%, ang katunga, France. Ang 50%, ang other 3. kanang giingon across curriculum teaching area. No? Across curriculum teaching areas. What was the subject matter? Dance Kalimuza. What subject do you think is that? PE. So the teacher able to dance Kalimuza. And while the teacher performing the dance Kalimuza, he was able to explain that Kalimuza is part of our culture, Filipino culture. That this is one of our treasures. This is one of our identities. So when the teacher talks about culture, identities, what subject is that? Aralin Panlipunan. Or it could be giving values, edukasyon sa pagpapakatao. In other words, the teacher seamlessly able to connect the lesson to another learning area. Okay? When you dance Kalimuza, you need to perform that with gracefulness. And being graceful is one of the attitudes among Filipinos. That is edukasyon sa pagpapakatao. The observers will take note that though you are teaching dancing Kalimuza in PE, but unknowingly, the teacher is connecting the lesson to other learning areas. That is across learning area. But no need to tell your students that class, this learning area, in this subject, our lesson for today can be also be related in Aralin Panlipunan or in Filipino or any other learning areas. Because the observers, kapalo na sila. What is important is you will ensure that you can connect. The other learning competency which I gave, writing a paragraph. And you are writing about Valentine's Day. The lesson is in English. Write a paragraph. But since the content is the present scenario, then you are updating the learners on the current circumstances in the society. So the observer can notice that. So do not so focus on your learning competencies, but instead connect this to other learning areas. That's the meaning of the first indicator. Apply content knowledge within, meaning sa subject, and across teaching areas, other curriculum teaching areas. That's the first indicator. The second indicator, use a range of teaching strategies that enhance learner achievement in literacy and numeracy skills. So the key word is employ teaching strategies. Singular, plural? Plural. Bote pa sa bot, you give different activities to your learners. Every activity suggests one teaching technique. So if you employ, if you introduce, if you require your learners to perform 3 different kinds of activities, you are introducing 3 kinds of teaching techniques. So you're thinking now of differentiated instruction. And I am telling you, when we talk about differentiated instruction, it can be done in the content, in the teaching technique, or in the assessment activity. Variation, but the same learning competency. So do not only have one activity. But variation, different. But these activities must guide the learners to engage in literacy and numeracy. So dapat kayong activity makapa-improve sa literacy level o sa numeracy level sa atong mga learners. When we talk about literacy, duha raman to, kaniyan to. To become literate, learners must know how to read and write. So be sure na inyong activities na involve sa learners na sila makasulat o makabasa o makapadayag, makasabot sa ilang ibasa. Okay? Because comprehension is embedded in reading. Pero 21st century naman ta, sa duha ka mga parameters sa literacy, reading and writing, tayo pa na dapat nato makita. Add on new literacies. One, digital literacy. Ang inyong IM